So
Meanwhile, so that was our first level of madness, which is just on the level of Black Clover is a very loud, bombastic show.
yes.
Now the second level of madness, the Amazing Digital Circus, which I'm told is all the rage with the algorithm these days.
Yeah. So yeah, I watched this yesterday, and I'm like, okay, I need to smoke something to watch this. It's just like, what the heck?
Yeah, so Amazing Digital Circus, the pilot has been posted by the creators of it.
Mhm.
And this is kind of in the tradition of Has Been Hotel, where it's a skilled animator trying to like drive buzz for their project in the hope of getting picked up.
Mhm.
And worked for Has Been Hotel. It's coming to Amazon in like January or something. So
Oh wow. Mm.
as an actual series, so it's a proven formula for success. And so far, he's gotten many millions of views on the video on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. So this one might get picked up too.
Yep. What that also means is that because it's a pilot, it's so pilots are different than the episode ones because a pilot you're trying to basically show an executive the breadth of what you're trying to offer for your TV show.
Right. And there are things that go on in the pilot that will probably get phased out in later episodes. Like
Yep.
characters and concepts and stuff like that.
Or they'll get their own episode to flesh them out a bit more.
Right.
Um, but so it starts off looking like an N64 game before it goes a bit more high res.
Yeah.
Definitely got like a 90s 3D aesthetic to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the animation on it. Yeah. It's
Yeah. So basically, the Amazing Digital Circus is it's like a digital purgatory, really.
yeah. It opens with the characters who's the guy with the eyes and the
I
chattering.
don't know anybody's names. We'll just the Ringmaster.
The ringmaster. Okay. So they're the ringmaster and the other characters are doing a show, and then all of a sudden the girl who's dressed up like the court jester pops in, and she's like, "What am I doing here? What's going on? What is this place?" And
Let us explain to you.
yeah,
I love the voice acting for the Ringmaster because he was that type of bombastic cheeriness that sounds insincere, but
it,
still very excited.
yeah, yes, yeah. And so she's, they basically tell her that they're in this like digital circus world, and she wants to leave, but they're like, "Oh no, you can't leave." But she's like, "Well, the exit's right there." Like, no, that's not really an exit. Like,
Right? You didn't see anything. Yeah, like it's like a very small world. 'Cause, like, let me show you all the places. Okay,
yeah,
here's the carousel. Here, I forget what the other place was. And then here's the endless void. You don't
yeah,
go into the endless void.
yeah, yeah, and so then I'm trying to remember what happens with the
So,
black blob thing. Yeah,
so there's like two things that were kind of going on at the same time.
yeah,
So apparently the ringmaster, just to keep them busy and from going insane, will issue them like a challenge of some sort. Like, oh, our new activity today, a bunch of gloinks are on the loose. So you have to go get the gloinks. And the gloinks are these little bug-ish things, I guess.
yeah,
And like if they grab you, they'll like tear. So it's definitely taking advantage of the 3D animated medium. Like if they get you, they'll tear apart your component pieces. But like only because a lot of the character designs don't have actual things connecting them, kind of like Rayman.
right, yeah,
And so half of them go off to chase down the Gloinks, who have kidnapped one of the friends,
hmm
and then the clown and the ragdoll go to see if they can figure out what's going on with the court jester and the ragdoll go off to see what happened to this clown. And the answer is that the clown went derezzed, which apparently succumbing to the madness of their horrific situation.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, he's dead." Okay, well,
Yeah, here's this big black blob, and if he touches you, you start glitching out.
yeah,
Which I happened to catch a clip of the scene where the clown is glitching out in the Mandarin dub. Yes, apparently there's a Mandarin dub. Like this person
mm,
like went all out with their efforts to get this thing picked up.
wow,
And what's funny is Mandarin is kind of a tonal language, right?
right,
So as she's like glitching out and just like moving around the screen in a glitchy, uh, bad 3D way,
yeah.
it sounded like a Hatsune Miku song as she was.
Ah,
But and so eventually, the court jester finds her exit. Then
yes,
do you remember the Gargoyles episode where it was just one more door, one more door, one more
yeah,
door?
yeah. That's what happens here. Yeah,
Yeah, she starts losing it. And
yeah,
meanwhile, the other adventurers go off to and they find the Queen Gloink, who looks
yeah,
like a bagpipe with teeth,
yeah,
without the pipes, just a bag with teeth.
yeah,
And the two problem solve each other because the derezzed member of the group falls on top of the Gloink Queen, proceeding to glitch her out.
yeah,
And the day is saved? Question mark, because they're all still in purgatory.
yeah. Yeah. It's. I found this whole thing deeply disturbing.
Yeah, that's very much on purpose, and that's we've complained before about how a lot of animation that pretends to be for children is really for the millennials processing their issues, working on it.
Yeah. It's just-
Uh, this is an honest take on that type of thing.
yeah. Uh, yeah, and it's yeah, it was just like, okay, well, so we've got a bunch of characters who are just batch. Well, I probably can't say that on YouTube, but just totally crazy, cray cray, and
Mhm.
it's just like you kind of have to live with the madness.
Right? There's like a rabbit who's everybody's favorite character, from what I can tell, who's just kind of smarmy and sarcastic and takes it out on everyone else around them.
Yeah,
There's a king who's clearly losing it.
yeah,
Those are the characters who stand out the most. Just be, like the ragdoll. She's basically Raggedy Ann, but
hmm
she's just kind of nice.
yeah. And the court jester girl, the voice actress, it's she did the dub of Chizuru and Rent a Girlfriend.
So not her first time with the mind break tag.
Right. And Ninja says, "This looks like something I'm not interested in watching." Yeah, it's not for everybody.
I don't even think it would be for me because
Yeah,
it's like from a story engine perspective, and maybe this is something that would be again we have, episode one is different than a pilot. This has
right.
to show off all of the details at once.
Yeah, and
It
yeah,
felt a little bit early in the series for her to find an exit.
yeah, yeah. You think that would happen like halfway through the season, maybe, or
Yeah,
like
like
the end of the
halfway
season.
through could be a.
Yeah,
The other thing is that it's kind of like Gilligan's Island, to bring up a weird comparison point, because if they find their way out of the digital circus, then series over.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, and the ringmaster does is kind of like the professor.
Yeah, like where you could just make things happen.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's kind of vaguely disturbing, and like as far as the animation goes, it's very nicely done animation. It definitely is very cartoony and takes advantage of the medium in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, like I said, yeah, I like the animation a lot. It's just I didn't care for the story.
No, I think I kind of had a similar feeling at the end of Has Been Hotel, where it's like, okay, that was a fine one-off premise. I cannot find myself interested in like what an episode of this show would look like. I don't think,
Yeah, I kind of I feel the same way. Yeah.
but it's very big on. Twitter, or the platform formerly known as Twitter, as far as I can tell,
Hmm.
because and like I had to tell YouTube to stop showing me fan theory videos and things like that
Oh, jeez.
after I watched this. So, like,
Uh,
there's definitely an enthusiastic fan base out there. I'll admit that for most things like this, I don't bother to come up with theories because you're inevitably going to be wrong because there isn't enough information yet.
right. Yeah. Yeah, just like Rick and Morty.
Like Rick and Morty, or the Star Wars sequels, where
Yeah.
like actually almost everybody's theory about what was going to happen in Episode 8 was wrong.
Yeah.
A YouTuber I follow occasionally called Thor Skywalker did actually predict that Rey could end up being nobody. So
Yeah. I do remember, although I do remember one theory I did hear. I can't remember who it was, but it was after the Force Awakens. They did predict that Rey was Palpatine's granddaughter.
and they knew it before Disney or the Disney did.
They knew it before J.J. Abrams.
Had to pull something out of left field.
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
anyway, Amazing Digital Circus. Not enough Star Wars bashing.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah.
Um, do we get? I would recommend watching the pilot.
Hmm.
If it does get picked up and there are more episodes, I might be interested. But I generally don't seem to enjoy um, these self-published, vaguely adultish cartoons like Hell of a
Yeah.
Boss and things like that.
Yeah. They're definitely niche and very much for a specific audience, and yeah, it's
You know what it really feels like with a lot of these? It's like I mentioned before, it's the more honest thing about millennials making cartoons for themselves about their own insecurities. It
yeah.
feels like the more I feel like what the creators of Steven Universe would do, well, not Steven Universe specifically, but like that type of Cal artsy cartoon
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
do if they didn't have to make Cartoon Network happy.
Right. Yeah. Or something like like Gravity Falls and that kind
Yeah,
of.
like if Gravity Falls didn't have to kowtow to Disney.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was certainly an interesting experience.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it's only a half hour, so.
Yeah, that's true.